Hello peeps and welcome back to Mod of Minecraft with Night Dagger. This will be episode 18 and I got a couple of things that I want to do, and then I got one thing that I pretty much have to do. First of all, I have gone ahead and upgraded my forestry version, which requires an upgrade of your Railcraft version as well. So if you're going to get up to date with my series, when you upgrade forestry, make sure you upgrade Railcraft as well. Now that also means that I have upgraded my version of Minecraft. I am running the 1.4.7 pre-release. Pretty much all of the mods were forward compatible, so there were no major issues. There was a compatibility glitch, but check the forum topic. I explained everything there. I have found myself in kind of a pickle though, because the next major build that I want to do involves GregTech. More specifically, it involves these iridium alloy ingots, which admittedly I did cheat myself back in. I had 6 more of these things. They were in my blast compressor, or the implosion compressor, when I upgraded GregTech, and I lost them. So I went back, I checked the episode, I had 6 left, I have 6 now. The first thing I'm going to do, I have been missing this stuff forever, so let's go ahead and get some cooked up. Let's cook ourselves up some red alloy. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and get ourselves, maybe not that much, but in our electric furnace here, let's put in some stone. Now, why are we doing all of this? Well, because I want to create a new Mystcraft age. And you can also see I'm running a texture pack. I have gone back to using Faithful. I have gone ahead and pre-modified the Faithful texture pack that I'm using with all of the available mods except for Diamond Chest, because Diamond Chest looks absolutely stupid in my opinion. So I took that one back out. Let's come over here to our workshop, and you also saw that I have started setting up a second tier of chests in my warehouse. That's the word. I need more storage, so yeah, it seemed like a good time. Okay, for our descriptive book, we're going to make this age. We're going to make this 211 mob trap. Any guess what this world's going to be? So we are going to have this be in a desert biome, I think. Biome controller, we're going to have it as a single biome. Lighting, we're going to have it as, oh, I don't know, we'll have it as just standard lighting. The sky, we'll have normal sky color, but we're going to have a black sunset. Terrain features, let's see, do we want any terrain features? No, I don't think so. Terrain generation, we're going to set this as a void. Time, it's going to be eternal night. The weather, we're going to set it up to be no weather. And as far as a world modifier, we don't really care about the world modifiers too much, so we're just going to call that good. Let's take our book out, put this up here, and see what we got to work with. So, how are we looking? Well, we're looking pretty much exactly as we would expect to look. It's a platform floating out in the middle of nowhere. Good. That's a good start. So, let's come back over here, go back into our warehouse, and let's grab ourselves a bunch of cobblestone. Like a bunch of it. Come over here to our miscellaneous chest and grab the stone wafers we've cooked up. And we're going to grab some redstone here. And we are going to need a... Alright, as I was saying, we need a new red power toy. We want a transposer. Well, a transposer is pretty easy. It's piston, some cobblestone, some wood, and some redstone. Not a big deal at all. Grab a couple of planks of wood. Actually, let's not grab our last 2 oak planks. Let's grab some spruce and use that. Out of here, we're going to request a piston. Missing a redstone? Oh, that's right, because I don't have this stuff connected to the logistics system yet. Let's toss a stack of that back in there for now. There we go. And in here, we're going to do redstone there. Cobblestone around like this. Bit of wood. Wait for the piston. There it is. Piston right there gets us a transposer. We're also going to take some stone wafers, and we're going to make 3 of these stone wires. We're going to make 1 set of these stone anodes. And we need a couple of redstone torches. Like that. We need 1 piece of stone. Like that. It's going to get us a stone pointer. And then this is going to get us a stone cathode. Cathode, anode, pointer, wire, and blanks gets you a timer. Alright, so we've got our timer. We do need to get 1 more red power toy for what we're going to do here. We need a handy dandy screwdriver. There we go. We should have pretty much everything we need. Noisy kitties. Except we're going to want to take a couple of buckets of water with us. Let's head, first of all, up to my charging center and turn off my engines before I waste any fuel. I should be pretty well loaded up on power now. Yep. Overloaded, actually. Let's head to the thaumatorium, where we're going to grab just a couple of buckets of water. And now we'll head back to the mob trap. Alright, so what we're going to want to do from here is we're going to want to extend a platform about 24 blocks in one direction. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a couple to grow on. We're going to light this up really well, because we don't want mobs spawning here. That would kind of defeat the purpose. Over here, let's see, how do I want to do this? I'll just do it like this. It's fine. Wait, no, that's not fine. Because this is where we're going to spawn into the world. Just do it like this. That's going to get us our infinite water source in this world. And now we're going to come back out here. We're going to expand this platform to 3x3, centered on here. And off of here, we're going to start a wall, which is going to come around like this, just like that. How about like that? That's good. This is going to be too high. And then it's going to have a floor right here. In the center of that floor is going to be a transposer. Just like that. We're also going to have some lights on this floor, because we don't want mobs actually spawning in this room. We want them to spawn way the hell up there. Now, we need a way to tell just how far we've gone. The easiest way I know is to use ladders. We need mobs to drop approximately, let's see, we need them to drop approximately 24 squares in order to guarantee that they're going to die. Well, we're going to overkill that a little bit. We're going to have them drop about 30 squares, just to make absolutely sure that they're dead. The easiest way to do this is to put all of your ladders up there, and then just keep going until you have 30 ladders. Just like that. Let's come over here to my tools chest. Let's grab my electric jetpack, because we're probably going to want him, just for safety's sake. Back to the mob trap world. And we're going to run out here. And we're going to do something like that. Now what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to start right here, and this is going to be 1. That should be pretty close to what we need. We'll just use hover mode to get back down here. Okay, we need 5 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where our mob spawning platform is going to be. So, fly back out, and right there. We now need to build this up the whole way up to there. This part I am going to fast forward, so that you guys don't have to sit through me doing all of this. And I will resume normal speed when I get this done. Alright, there we go. That is one currently decent looking mob trap. Let's put our jetpack on just for a little bit of safety's sake. Now, we need to extend these platforms out a total of 8 blocks. And then 1 more to grow on. And then we'll drag these back. And then, oops, nope. Here, we're going to do this. Alright, we're going to take this up to 2 high. And then we're going to repeat this on all 4 sides. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and up. And we'll just bring this around like this. Do a little bit of that. Oh. There we go. More like that. Alright, and a little more. Two more sides to go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and up. And we'll haul this out here like that. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up. We can go ahead and break that. We don't need it. We got a jetpack. Kittens, I am not your personal playpen. You go down there. You eat your brother. Alright. We bring the wall up. Just like that. And that is stage 1 of our mob trap complete. Stage 2 is going to be another one of those boring parts. So I'm going to fast forward through it. It's basically going to be me building a platform around all of this stuff and then putting up a wall. So I will be back in a few minutes when this is done. Alright, there we go. One nicely lit mob trap. And on the inside it's going to be very, very dark soon. So what we need to do is we need to, oh hello, fly down here. Get our buckets ready, and hey, we can spawn a mob here, huh? Alright, let's get 2 buckets. Fly back up here. And it looks like we need to light the outsides a little bit too. Let's go ahead and do that. Because any mobs that spawn, we want them to spawn inside this thing. That should do it pretty well. We'll drop down in here. Hi, Creeper. And we're going to put down 2 buckets of water. We're going to grab a couple of buckets of water there. And we're going to watch as that skeleton drops down to his death, and we're going to laugh. You are not going to blow a hole in our new mob trap. Sorry, it's not going to happen. Fly over. Water. Oh. So sorry. You're gonna die now. Goodbye. And finally we'll go over here. Drop a bucket there. Drop a bucket there. That's going to kill the rest of the light that's in here. And now we're going to fly up here. Maybe, if we can line up properly. There we go. And bingo. We're done. Mob trap is ready. We need to go off the right side though. And down we go. we should be having bunches of mobs slamming down to their deaths now. Well, if we put that there, that's going to get us all the stuff from them. However, of course, having to stand here isn't optimal. And we don't need this timer running that fast. We can easily set this timer for something like every 20 seconds. That'd be just fine. However, still not optimal. We don't want to have to stand here. So let's head back to our warehouse. Let's head to our mob drops chest and let's grab ourselves some ender pearls. Put away all this excess cobblestone that we have. And let's go ahead and make ourselves a world anchor. Ender pearl, a couple diamonds, some gold, some obsidian, easily done. 2 diamonds, 4 gold bars, and if we do this, this is going to get us our world anchor. And we've got some red alloy in here. We could easily use that if we wanted to, but we don't really need it from the way I've got the thing set up. We do, however, need a way to store our loot somewhere, which for that we are going to use pneumatic tubes from redstone. We're also going to grab ourselves a treasure chest, which we are going to upgrade to a gold chest. There we go. And iron. And gold. Let's head back into, let's not put the pneumatic tube down there. Let's head back to the mob world. Let's take our brand new world anchor. And let's slap it down somewhere easily accessible, say right there. And let's go ahead and load this thing with a total of 24 Minecraft hours worth of juice. Out of this, we're going to put pneumatic tube. We kind of want this running out here. So we're going to do it like this. And we'll have our chest right there. And we can see here comes a whole bunch of good stuff. But you know what? I don't really like that there. I don't want to have to walk the whole way over here. Actually, you know, I kind of have to. When you stop to think about it. Because, well, you got to be within a certain range for these things to actually work. So, if I stand right here, I don't even need the world anchor, do I? Nah, shouldn't even need the world anchor. Because mobs will only spawn if there are players within a certain distance, and I don't think a world anchor counts. So in order for us to actually use this world anchor, we kind of have to be here. Or use the mob trap. We kind of have to be here. Which means I basically just wasted an ender pearl for nothing. Because we're going to tear this thing down. However, this gives us an easy way to get gunpowder. Well, what do we need gunpowder for? TNT, of course. The only other easy way to get access to TNT is with saltpeter. And I don't really have any easy access to saltpeter. I could make it out of ender pearls if I had enough. We're going to have to come up with a way to get some ender pearls pretty soon. Anyone thinking what I'm thinking? For right now, though, we'll leave the mob trap. I'll come dink around with that later. Let's come into here, and we'll put all of our tools away. Put the world anchor in with the tools, and hey, it actually saved the fact that it's anchoring something, so we didn't waste the ender pearl. That's cool. Alright, and in mob drops, we'll throw the skeleton stuff. There we go. I'm going to keep the gunpowder out. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of this, get ourselves some more TNT. 9 pieces. And how am I fixed for... That's all the flint I have? Wow. Time to macerate some gravel and get some flint. No. Throw some gravel in the macerator. That'll get us some flint. Nice and easy. We're going to need a pretty significant amount of flint. In the meantime, let's see, what do I need to do? I think I want to show you guys what I have in store for that room down there. I don't have enough iron to do it right now, but I have enough to get started. So, what I want to do down there involves the use of something in my thermal expansion workshop. Specifically, it involves the use of this rolling machine. You take iron and you put it in a rolling machine like this, you get iron plates. And if you take 4 iron plates and put them like this, you get iron tank walls. That's right, I'm going to start using a whole bunch of iron in order to manufacture myself some railcraft tanks. And that's what that big room down there is going to be used for. I've got another trick for it though. I'm not quite ready to reveal the trick yet, because I want to get the plates, I want to get the tanks in place first. But I will tell you that it involves a little bit of Mystcraft trickery. That in itself might have been enough to give it away to some people, but I think it's a pretty neat method I got in store here. We're just going to let this continue to run for a while. Actually, what we should do is we should put an extractor module on this and extract it somewhere. Because we're going to have to sit here and babysit this or something. Whatever. We'll just come back and check on it. Alright. Back to... Where am I going? Wow, I'm all turned around. Back to the warehouse. Let's go ahead and put these away. And there's one other thing that I think I can squeeze in while we're waiting. I have accumulated a lot of these methane cells. Holy crap. Well, you can put methane in a generator, or at least you used to be able to, and it would work, but there's something else you can do with methane cells now. You can use it to make tank carts from Railcraft if you would want to for some reason or another. You can use it to make this glycerol stuff, which, it's more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. You can extract it to get empty cells and just waste it. You can electrolyze it to get hydrogen and carbon, which, you know, if I had something that would use the hydrogen and the carbon, that would be awesome, but I don't. What's this? Gas turbine. Gaseous methane. 45,000 EU? That sounds like fun, and yeah, it is part of the liquid registry now. Gaseous methane is part of the liquid registry. You can pump it around using Buildcraft stuff. What's that turbine? Well, if we take a look, a gas turbine is 2 windmills, a couple of advanced circuits, some reinforced glass, and some more of that Invar that we were playing around with the other day. Windmills are the same as usual, but there's also a new recipe that uses these magnalium plates. And a magnalium plate is magnesium dust and aluminum to get 3. Well, I don't feel like messing around with that right now, so let's just make ourselves 2 the old-fashioned way. I've got somewhere around here, I think I left it in my industrial craft room. Should probably come out here and clean this out first. Yep. There we go. In my industrial craft room, we'll get that while we're at it, I've got some carbon plates that I had cooking up. Let's head back to my warehouse, and let's grab... Oh, hello, lag spike. Grab a handful of tin. Grab some of that. We'll need some refined iron. Not too terrible much. We need my cat to be quiet. Wow. Alright. Regular furnaces. Upgraded to iron furnaces. And yes, you can do this with machine blocks too, but this way you're saving the energy from having to craft that, I guess? I don't know. Do I have any batteries stored in here? I sure don't. Let's just grab 6 pieces of cable then. Grab 3 bars of copper. I really need to get another project table back in here again. Creeper blew up the last one. Alright, and... da-da, 2 batteries, battery, iron furnaces, refined iron, gives us generators. Generators with carbon plates around them in a certain configuration, and I can never remember the configuration. Oh, you have to use 4 carbon plates. Gives you windmills. We're also going to need a couple of advanced circuits, so while we're at it, let's go ahead and request 1 regular circuit. If I can find it in my... There it is. 1 electronic circuit. We're missing copper. We really need to get these hooked up to the logistics system. Okay, let's give us 1 electronic circuit. Let's come over here to the metals chest and we'll grab 4 bars of electrum, 2 lapis, 2 glowstone. Start setting this up. And electrum. It's going to give us an advanced circuit. And let's see, windmills. We need reinforced glass and we need some of that Invar. Well, in our glass chest, we've got some reinforced glass from the last one we made. Let's put that in the middle. Let's put the circuits like that. We'll put the windmills like that, and then over in our GregTech metals chest, we'll grab 4 bars of Invar. And that is going to give us a gas turbine. Which, if we come over here and grab this methane, and we head up to our IC2 power room, you can see our MFSUs are pretty well full from their operation with all of the lava that we had. But let's fill it up a little more. Let's go ahead and put some methane in there. And that's going to make our generator start running. It's going to put out 16 EU per tick, which it's not much, but it's a little bit. We'll go ahead and add that, and we'll head out of here. So that's going to give us a use for our methane cells. It's also going to give us a way to recycle the cells because GregTech generators give you the cells back, which is pretty awesome. Now, I've got a bunch of these carbon cells. Don't you wish there was something we could do with all these carbon cells? Well, there is something you can do with all these carbon cells. Look at that. 9 carbon cells makes some raw carbon fiber. You can also make methane out of it if you have a bunch of hydrogen, which I think is kind of wasteful. You can get calcium carbonate, which is used for something. You can use it to make that glycerol stuff I was talking about earlier.
Or you can extract it to get the carbon out and just get the cell back. Seems kind of pointless. Let's go ahead and turn all of our carbon cells into raw carbon fiber. And the raw carbon fiber is going to give us some carbon mesh. It's going to leave us one extra. That's fine. We'll toss that in there. We'll make use of it later. And back into Industrial Craft. We'll get this compressing up. Let's come back into here. And let's put all of this that we got to use. That's going to get us another handful of ITNT, which combined with this is going to be enough to compress one more of our iridium alloy ingots. Let's head back to, well, I took the chunk loader out, so I know it's not running. Let's head to GregTech. Just throw this in the blast compressor, and boom, iridium plate and some slag. It uses 16 industrial TNT to make one iridium plate. That is an expensive recipe. That is also the reason why I went to the trouble of making that mob trap that I built. We need a lot of iridium plate. In order to get that, we're going to have to compress it. In order to compress it, we got to have gunpowder. Easiest way to get gunpowder, mob trap. Alright, let's head back to the thermal expansion workshop. Grab all of these iron plates out, and we can just let this run and finish up. So, I want to be able to start storing oil. And I want to be able to start converting that oil into fuel. Well, the easiest way to do that is going to be to use railcraft tanks. So, how are we going to build this? Well, we're going to start by making ourselves up a bunch of this tank wall. 2 stacks will be enough to get us started. Railcraft tanks, unfortunately, are extremely expensive on this. So let's find ourselves a good place to put this. I'm thinking right against this wall here. And we're just going to build ourselves a 5x5 tank. We want to be a little bit conservative of our iron. So a 5x5 seems like a good size to start out with. It's still going to be a pretty massively huge tank. Now, we're also going to need a way to get stuff in here, of course. That's where the second component comes in. The second component used for railcraft tanks is going to require some of these iron bars, and it's going to require a couple of levers, of which I don't think I actually have any anymore. I've got 1. Now I've got 3. If you take iron bars and put them like that, put a lever in the middle, and then put the iron tank walls on the outside, this is going to get you, if I get the recipe right, iron tank valves. And iron tank valves allow you to put stuff in and take stuff out of iron tanks. Well, we're still not done. Let's head back up and get the rest of our tank stuff. Let's go ahead and order up our last set of iron plates. There we go. And back into the warehouse, where we're going to take these and we're going to lay them out like this. And then we're going to need some glass. I can't remember if it's glass or if it's glass panes. We'll find out. I think it's panes. Yep, looks like it's panes. Whatever. There we go. We'll use panes for stuff in the future, so no real huge loss having a whole bunch of extra panes. But if we put iron plates like that, that's going to get us iron tank gauges. Not gauges. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. With all due respect, that's probably the worst pronunciation flub I've ever heard. Anyway, now that little rant's over, let's come down here, and I'm going to put in 2 of these iron tank valves. I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one there. I'm going to want this to be probably 5 blocks high. There we go. Just like that. And nope. Like that. And this side is going to face a wall, so I don't really care if we can see through that. Same with this side. Oh, I might actually run out of tank wall. Wait, no, actually I'm going to have enough to do this one. I'll have enough to do this one easily. Alright. And you know what, I don't really care about being able to see through this side either. It's mainly the front I want to be able to see through. So if we do this, and then we come out here, and we do some of this, when we lay down this last one, because this is one of those multi-block things from Railcraft, when we lay down the last one properly, let's take this torch out of here too, when we lay down this last one, it's going to transform itself into a tank. A tank with 2,400 buckets worth of capacity. That is enough to store a lot of oil. Well, now we need a way to get a lot of oil into here. Well, we've got an oil well out there, but it seems like an awfully long way to go in order to get some oil here, doesn't it? Wonder what I could have in store to get oil into these tanks without having to rely on liquid conduits. Well, that is the surprise that you guys will get to see next episode. This has been Night Dagger with Let's Play Mod of Minecraft, episode 18. Episode 19, we'll come back and we'll put this tank to some use. I'll see you guys then.